Boo, boo, boo. Super Rugby. How's everybody doing? Super Rugby. That way, that way, that way. Come here, you. Goodness gracious. Crusaders taking on the Blues. Winless Crusaders. But the commentators just said that they haven't lost to the Blues at Eden Park in like almost 10 years. Is that right? I don't know. Part of me worries that this is the game that the Crusaders finally click, but I don't know. Heritage jerseys are looking pretty slick. Pretty slick. Apologies, it's just me tonight. No Tony, no Gaza. Just me. Rob, man, how's it going? Padza, how's it, bro? Who you guys picking? Hollywood. Do I dare ask the time where you are? Jake, man, bro, how's it going? I haven't seen into the Premiership this weekend thus far. It's got the Blues by 12. A lot of the games have been, well, actually, the first two games this weekend, spoilers if you haven't seen the Friday games, big score lines. And then the ones this weekend, a bit closer. Like the weekend, I say, Saturday. Bit closer. Never mind, I changed it to 16. Fair enough. I think I had it by closer than that. Part of me worries that the Blues will manage a way to stuff it up. But anyway, Starlio, bro, how's it going? You don't want to know the time, says Gus. East Coast time has to be at least 1 in the morning. I don't know. You should watch Leicester versus Gloucester. It was brilliant. All right, I'll see if I can take a look. 1 a.m. Oh, what a guess. I swear I didn't see that first. I just kind of did a little bit of mental aerobics. Thinking about the time that the hockey is on the East Coast. I might have even got the coast right, but anyway. Please, Crusaders, get a win. War Thunder, come on. Let the Blues have a win. Right, kickoff has just happened. Game is officially underway. First minute. Oh, man, those Heritage jerseys are really good, eh? I wasn't 100% convinced when I first saw them, but now that I see them on the field, they look pretty good. Guess what time it is where I am, Marky. Connor, I'm going to guess it is 6 in the morning. Me taking a stab. No wins for the Sadis, says Blazer. I could take that, man. I mean, yeah, come on. 7 wins in a row in the entire, like 7 titles in a row. Going none from 5 wouldn't be the end of the world. There's been a lot of success in that part of the world, so. Looks good, says Starlio. Fingers crossed, man. It's been pretty wet today, up in Auckland. It's been pretty miserable off and on all day long. So, yeah. Chris Brown, Cruise fan here for another regulation win. Oh! I love the confidence. Oh, okay. Perifera made sure not to handle that one, so no knock on. Whole Hipper's going to have a kick. Man, good on those fans for getting out there because it looks to be raining right now. It's not raining. No, it's not raining out my window. But I'm a bit further west than where the stadium is. Oh, go! No Rico this week. Reese with the mark. Daramundi, bro, how's it going, man? Jules, good afternoon. Clement says, is that Sante? Mark? How's it going, man? How many times did I tell you where I was this past year, Connor? Man, I have got the memory of a sieve. Apologies, bro. 11 p.m. Friday. Okay. Damn. Sorry, I'm thick. Crusaders get their first win, you reckon? Honestly, it would not surprise me. As much as it would disappoint me, it would not surprise me. Blues get the first penalty, though. Simon, man, how's it going? Jules is on the train to the Force match. Usually drive, but recent birthday and Force performance hitting the beer. Well done, Jules. If this game goes stinkingly, I may have to bust out something stronger than beer, but so far so good. It is absolutely bucketing down in Auckland at the ground. It's not raining where I am out my window, though. Do you think the Crusaders have a genuine chance of not making the top 8? Nah, they'll make the top 8. I can't see them being in the bottom 4. I just can't see it. Yeah. For some reason, Super Rugby channel on YouTube have thrown up highlights from the Crusaders Blues from 2022. I didn't cop the year and was wondering why Razor was back. That was the final, so that'll be why I went to that game. All right, 3-0 to the Blues. We'll take that as a start. Oh, I better sit closer to the bloody screen because my eyes are bad and I can't read you guys' comments when they're small. Vancouver, that's right. Jesus, man, I'm really slow. But you know that. West Coast. At least I know that much. Going to Series Quinn's later, Mark. Going to be 60k at Tottenham watching it. Bro, that's good, man. I love when the Premiership does those odd games at like Wembley or Tottenham or whatever. So, yeah. Cracking crowds. I would have thought like, on a finer day, this game was never going to get that kind of crowd. But they might have got 20 plus if it had been less miserable. But it's genuinely a bit of a stinker. Parts is going to go get it beat yourself. Do it, man. Do it. Look at Johnny McNichol back in Crusaders colours. He must have been a late change because I don't remember him in the lineups. Are we likely to see the Chinese liquor coming out if this game goes wayward? Bro, number one, I'm off to China next week. And number two, I do have some Chinese booze up in the cupboard on the shelf. I've got Jameson's and I've got Chinese booze. I think the Chinese booze is a touch stronger. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't have anything. Well, you don't really mix the Chinese one with. I guess you can drink Jameson straight anyway. I usually drink it with soft drink, to be honest. I'm a big softie. But yeah. Watching from a car park in Shibuya, Tokyo, says Lemanu. And the Crusaders win today is a no-no. You and me are on the same page, mate. I could certainly handle a Blues win. Here we go. Blues on the counter. From their own 22. They're going to kick it. Makes sense in this weather. Fihaki's going to have a wee run back, but he'll put it up and under. With the weather piddling down, you can bet there's going to be a... Oh, what? Obstruction. Come on, Brendan. Anyway. Frankie, bro, how's it going? Yeah, been a while. I haven't been doing many streams, to be honest with you. But now that we're back into Super Rugby times, the time zones work a bit better. I only decided to do this one pretty late because I'm off to China next week, so I figure I won't be doing any streams for a while because internet restrictions in the mainland are they are restrictive. Put it that way. Yeah, McNichol did a good job of running straight into him, but come on, Finley. You got to get out of the way there. Is Gazza at the game? Nah, man. Gazza doesn't really go to the games anymore. Me and him used to have season tickets, but basically he's in his 70s now. He kind of gets colds and flus and shit pretty easily. So going to a wet, windy, because Eden Park can kind of funnel the wind. Going to a wet, windy, cold Eden Park on a, Friday or Saturday night, walking a kilometre or so from the car to the stadium, not really his cup of tea anymore, sadly. So he may go to an afternoon game if the weather was fine, but he doesn't even really go to club rugby anymore just because the weather in winter, he'd rather stay home. I don't blame him. Your Flames are looking good this year, Chris, in the old NHL. The Islanders are on a 6-game losing run, so I admit I haven't watched any for a while. I'm a bit of a fair weather fan at the moment. Haven't understood why nobody is bringing up Rob Penny's dismal results with the Tars. They were so bad he got released mid-season and a few games ago. Has to be a key reason for the team's best. Alio, people are seemingly giving him a bit of a pass because of the exodus of players. Will Jordan being injured. They don't really have an established number 10 at the moment, so more-time Crusaders. Oh, here we go. But yeah, so he's getting a bit of a free pass for now, but you have to wonder how long that will last. Super Rugby teams in New Zealand, anyway, don't really sack their coaches mid-season, though, so I can't see him losing his job. Oh, that maul's bloody close. Blues are already hanging on by the skin of their teeth, but it's back for a penalty. It's going to be a card. No, Brendan. Not Brendan. Ben. You both start with a B. Oh, there's a bit of a biffo as well. Goodness me. Some more China videos coming for the new channel. Frankie, yeah, bro. There will be. I'm planning a few spots to go. Because... Oh, but look at these handbags. Basically, I will be in China for all of April. So I either find some places to go travel and film them, or stay at home with my in-laws every day. What would you choose? Easy choice, right? Easy choice. Well, it's a yellow card for the Blues. Crusaders up for touch again. They're going to maul again. If the Blues can hang on, I will be impressed. Here it goes. This is try time. Surely that's collapsed. Down by red. Okay, well, that's one bonus. Oh, I thought Brenda, why I keep calling him Brenda? I thought Ben was going to blow his whistle there. Oh, they've lost it. Oh. Holding on for now. You want to see Biffos watch a hockey fight? Indeed, mate. They actually hit each other in hockey. Although not that much, eh? Like... Prior to the Islanders season going absolutely down the tubes, I was watching a few games. Didn't see many fights. It seems like the amount of fights has gone down by a pretty substantial amount from years ago. Uro Penny, free pass at the moment. This goes Christchurch decades ago. He was great drills and skills coach, but not the vision for the game plan. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there'll be a bit of goodwill for a while. But it will have its limits, I guess. Very close to 80k subs. Congrats. Yeah, man. Just ticking along, eh? The China channel's at 3,000, so both are ticking along all right. I would certainly not complain about that, man. I still remember, by the way, years ago, when I had been doing the channel for maybe 6 months. My memory might be wrong here, but I want to say 6 months. And my dad asked me, my dad, who is always keen to come on the channel these days, by the way, he's always at me like, hey son, I've got an idea for a video I could do for your channel. I still remember him after like 6 months going, how many subscribers have you got for your channel? And I was like, oh, maybe 600 or something. And he was like, is that all? Gave me a look of disgust. So, yeah. Changed a little bit since then anyway. After watching a couple of blowouts last night, great to see some closer games that I'm under. Yeah, bro, I was a little bit worried when I saw last night's games for this round. I missed the Drua Waratahs game, but I did see the scoreline, and then I saw the initial score. Well, I was watching the game for the Highlanders and Chiefs, and it was looking like it could get messy, but it ended up being a tough one. So, search up Tom Wilson for the Capitals, right? He's a bit of a he's a bit of a mean man. Tough love from Gaza is right, Stalio. Tough love is right. Kiwi dads are all the same to me. You might be right. That being said, he is like my biggest salesman these days. Like if he meets anybody, like he goes to, like my mum goes to the gym and he'll hop in the pool and do some water walking. Like he goes there more to talk to people than to walk, I think. But if anyone talks to him about rugby, he'll be trying to sell my channel. Although he calls it 2 cents worth. He says, watch my son. He's got a YouTube channel about rugby called 2 cents worth. You should get on, have a look. I have corrected him, but it's not going to stick. So it is what it is. Good kick from Fihaki. So 4 minutes gone to the yellow card. Can't complain. Following channel since 2019 before moving to New Zealand. Much easier being local now. Better content than the breakdown partners. Man, cheers, Frankie, man. The breakdown, even actually Geza said to me the other day, he came around on Friday, and I asked him if he's been watching much of the breakdown. He says even he doesn't watch it these days because the pundits kind of piss him off. So, yeah, he said he'll watch it every now and again, but nah. It used to be regular viewing for him. Come on, Blues. Good exit here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he used it. Oh, Holhepper's dropped it. Oh, Crusaders under a bit of pressure. Waratahs was intense. I kind of feel for New South Wales. Could have had only one loss this season, but instead only have one win. That one win is over the Crusaders, though, but I guess, Peter Fetzer getting rid of, what's his face, Willie Hines. At least they're competitive. Last year they were less so. Oh, forward pass, Jesus. Okay. I don't know if you watch Wildcard, but he just did a review of the Waratahs Drua. He almost lost his mind and ranted about some convict heading for Europe for next season. He's talking about, I haven't seen it, but I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Izzy Parise. Who's kind of doing a dick move in that he was busted for drugs years ago and he lost his league contract. Like a similar situation to Sevu Reece, but Sevu's was like a domestic abuser case and he was given a lifeline. Like Izzy Parise a drugs case and was given a lifeline. And now he's already just like after not long kind of paying that lifeline back, he's decided to bugger off abroad. Whereas like Sevu Reece hasn't moved clubs since kind of turning his life around. So yeah, I mean I guess he's been playing for the All Blacks, so why would he want to leave? But you get what I mean. I'm sure he's had big money offers from other parts of the world. Did Tony mention last night's win? No, he called me earlier today, but it might have been before the league because he called me around lunchtime. Called me like 12:30. I'm assuming that was before the game. So no, he hasn't mentioned it. I'm sure he will. I'm going to see him tomorrow for the podcast. Drew's drop goal was so Fijian. Let's try everything. Then nonchalantly just look for a perfect kick in traffic instead. I'll have to go back and watch that one. It seems like it was a cracker. Alright. So just over 2 minutes left on the yellow card. Oh, the Crusaders have knocked it on. Surely, yes, thank you, Ben. Yeah, it's just wet, hey? It's wet. Reese made the most of his opportunity while Parise squandered his. Yeah, he might be right. I mean, he's probably going to get good money over in the Premiership. So, yeah, but it just seems a bit premature. Australia loses, I feel like, a higher proportion of the guys who are like fringe wallabies. Like Salakai Aloto went overseas when he was, like he played a few games for the Wallabies and he missed out on like a couple of games and he was like, buggy, I'm going. And it was like, what? There's been loads of guys do that. I don't know. Yeah. They seem to have a harder time keeping the fringe guys. Oh, Satutu's just dropped it at the back of the bloody scrum. Tough. How's it from South Africa? This is Michael. How's it, man? Your World Cup videos got me into your channel. Been really enjoying your videos. Bro, that means a lot. Cheers to you, sir. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the URC games this weekend, but I might have to watch some tomorrow morning, my time. See how things go. Now that we're kind of Six Nations is finished, so kind of the international window is kind of shut for a while. Women's Six Nations is going to be on, but you know what I mean in terms of men's 15s. Messy so far, you are not wrong, Stalio. Scrum advantage for the Crusaders. Hines thinks it through, he wants the penalty. There's only 45 seconds left on the yellow. Those are so far so good. Do you think Robertson will get his way picking overseas All Blacks during this tenure? I think it's a hard sell. I'm not sure if New Zealand Rugby will agree to it. And if they do, I can see it being like a kind of highly restricted one. Like you need to have played a lot of games before they will allow you to do that. Finally, the Crusaders are going to opt for 3. So if they kick this, the yellow cards only cost the Blues 3 points. So not too bad in the scheme of things. Can't watch the URC over the 60k Premiership game. What time is the Premiership game on though? Let me have a look. If only I had a tool to look this up for myself while they line up the kick. Premiership Rugby. Saracens Harlequins is on at 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. And URC Stormers Edinburgh is also 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the games Michael is talking about. Connacht against the Lions is 6:15, which is slightly more palatable. I love that the UK likes afternoon games, but afternoon games kind of suck for my time zone, I'll admit it. 3 points apiece, by the way. Yellow card is over. Can rewatch it, that is true. Dalton's back on. Don't think we really need the overseas talents of Stalio. It's a weird one in that, like, there was talks about they're going to call back Sam Whitelock. Like, what? We got Scott Barrett, and you need someone like Tupavai or maybe like Akoi or Josh Lord. We got plenty of kind of young locks who need more game time. I think now is the time, right? Play them. Ugh. Fuck's sake. I'm going to have to get out the fucking stiff drinks in a minute, man. The Blues are playing like shit. That kick went out on the full. I want the Crusaders to win, and I know if there's one team who can choke a game, it's the Blues. Bro, truer words have never been spoken. If there's a team, and the Crusaders have just thrown it not straight. Oh my goodness. This is not a great ad for Super Rugby if you're tuning in for the first time. I guess the game's on 12 hours ago. Good time. Did you watch Glasgow versus Cardiff or Munster versus the Ospreys? No, I didn't actually. I was a bit slack. I slept in this morning because my daughter's been a little bit crook over Friday. So, yeah, I just slept like a big fat pig. But I will have to watch something tomorrow morning. Sam Whitelock is my favourite All Black since Michael Jones. I hope he stays in France. We need the others to step up. Bro, that's 100% true. Yeah, Sam Whitelock's paid his dues. Now he's... time for him to just cruise. He's at Po, right? So, like, enjoy the mountains and, you know, drink some red wine and whatever else you do in France. Yeah. Come on, Blues. Go through 5 phases without dropping the ball. So Tutu with the flick over the top to Lamb. Go. Heem. Quick ball. Was that Tavel? We got advantage. We got a penalty. Offside, Crusaders. So what do the Blues do here? I had fear my Canes would lose last week because of the similar fear, but maybe the first Crusaders win was reserved for the Blues style. You know, I hope not, but we'll see. Still early days. Blues are going for touch. So we'll see how their line out goes. That Satutu pass was pretty nice given the conditions. I'll give him that. Makes up for that knock on earlier. Are you worried about the talent coming through in New Zealand, Jake? I think there's talent coming through. There's a fair few young guys who need to step up, but yeah, they just need to be given an opportunity, eh? So I think we will be all right. Maul is going nowhere for the Blues, and now it's gone down, so Riccatelli spreads it. Talia with a big carry. Come on, Blues. Defensive line speed for the Crusaders is pretty good, though. Papali'i's not getting it. Oh, I thought it was Papali'i. The commentator just called him Satutu. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on. Blues are like 2 meters away. Getting driven backwards. Oh, it's slow ball now. Dink across the top is not the right play, but they'll be back for the penalty. Hey. Steve, Cantab living in York, England. Love the channel, bro. I remember back in the old days, my old man bollocked me for spending $10 on the War of the Worlds album. Such a waste of money. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my old man gave me a bit of shit for lots of stuff. Back in the day, anyway. But nah. My dad mellowed a lot as he kind of... I think maybe after me and my brother got past like 16, 17, he kind of chilled out a bit. Yeah, there was a bit of tension there in the household when he was having to deal with the fact that both his sons now towered over him, because he's like, I don't know, 5'11" or something. He's not quite 6 foot. And me and my brother are both like 6'4", 6'5". He didn't appreciate that when we were getting taller than him as teenagers. I think the Blues might be held up here. No grounding from Ben. I think it's biased to say that the Hurricanes have a lot of future all... I don't think it's biased to have All Blacks in the squad right now. They've been solid youngsters for a while stepping up. That's the thing. They just need game time, eh? Game time at Super Rugby level. You kind of build to that next level, and then when you're ready for the chance at the All Blacks level, it's about them stepping up again if they can. If they can't, they won't stick. But yeah, I think it's a bit too much to expect the guys to be All Blacks level, you know, when they just start playing Super Rugby. Sometimes it takes a while to build up. New Zealand have a leadership group problem for the next World Cup cycle. Most of the leaders are either plying their trade abroad. Kane, Whitelock, Barrett comes to mind. Barrett's coming back though, and so is Kane. So those guys are abroad for the minute, but they'll be back ready for the All Blacks. That's dropped. Can't give that. So, yeah, the core of those leaders will be back for internationals. They're just missing out on Super Rugby. Savia will be back as well. So, yeah, we'll see. But they do need another generation to start getting that game time. Did you hear that a limited number of NPC games might be televised in future provinces in New Zealand? Seems to be a big issue. I didn't hear that, but I've heard talks about kind of defunding the NPC for a wee while, because it just pisses money. Nobody goes to the games anymore. The rights don't seem to be worth a lot, which is sad. But, yeah, Super Rugby basically killed the NPC, didn't it? And you could argue that the All Blacks are killing Super Rugby, but anyway. No try there. Did I play much rugby when I was younger? I was a stick, so not a lot. I played at school, but only socially. Me and my mates would play not just rugby, but like league or bull rush or any kind of like game to get a bit of energy out of you as a testosterone-filled youngster. But as soon as any of the guys from the first 15 would come and join us, oh my God. If you thought you were good, you soon realised your place in the world. So, yeah, nah. I was pretty terrible. Revert to Bodie in Premier League. Yeah, Bodie's the one coming back. He's coming back, if I'm not mistaken. He's coming back at the end of his Japan stint. I think he is. Ian loves those Blues jerseys. Yeah, that's proper vintage ones, eh? What do they call them again? I used that word earlier. Not replica. There we go. Stolen line-out ball. Man, it's only 3-3 after. Slow game, big VA shot, bro. It is wet. Error count is high. Both sides have had kind of chances from close range, but neither has converted thus far. Just a couple from the boots. I don't like saying it, but I've watched Super Rugby since last year, and the league game is the first time that I've seen the stadium in Christchurch packed out. The league game? Did they play league down there? Yeah, the situation with the Rugby League and Union is an interesting one in New Zealand in that we only have one league team, professional league team, and that's the Warriors. So if you're into your league at all, that's the team you follow. Whereas Super Rugby is divided between the 5, or you could count 6 franchises if you include Moana Pacifica. And then some people genuinely don't even support Super Rugby teams because they support their local team, like NPC kind of team. Like there are some fans from Northland who I've talked to who technically should be Blues fans because that's the region, but they don't buy into the regions thing because they don't want to support a team from Auckland because Auckland is a team that they were brought up kind of hating. So, yeah. The regions thing with Super Rugby is different. My missus is from Harbin, China. The lounge and my TV is my domain, and the entire 3 games in a row. Tim, oh man, I've never been to Harbin. I've drank Harbin beer, and I know Harbin is supposed to be pretty freaking cold in the winter, and I'm pretty sure that's where the Japanese did a bunch of their kind of Holocaust-style experiments on people. So, yeah, ice sculptures, and some horrible histories. I'll have to go one of these days. Probably not next month. Wise league game, you mean? Right, I forgot that they played down at Christchurch. I genuinely don't follow the league very much. NPC doesn't make any money but produce players, not necessarily for popularity. Yeah, that's right. Certainly there's levels to the game. And yeah, certainly having the NPC means guys get experience at a level below Super Rugby. They might be able to take it to another. So it's certainly been a good way to produce players. I think New Zealand Rugby will suffer if they lose the NPC, for sure. There'll be way less depth. Almoa just got hammered. Almoa hasn't had the most natural transition to... Oh, he's got it. Good kick, Stephen. Almoa hasn't had like the most natural transition to the Crusaders. It's not been all easy going for him. Ellard Morris is alive. Bro, Ellard, long time no see. How's it been going? Do I dare ask you about a certain spoon made of wood that occurred during the Six Nations, or shall I just not go there? Is it raining in West Auckland? No. Still not. Still not raining. Strange that Hawke's Bay is considered Cairns territory and Hawke's Bay has barely anything to do with Wellington. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, traditionally, Auckland and North Harbour, we did not like each other at all. Battle of the Bridge was a thing in NPC days, and then you get Super Rugby and it's like, oh, by the way, you guys are on the same team now. So I'm not sure that was the right way to go. But, oh well. What do I know? I mean, they used to be called the Auckland Blues, which maybe put people off even more. Need more home test matches in New Zealand to really get the fans in big numbers to get the money. Jake, I think the All Blacks like touring because I think New Zealand Rugby gets deals. Like if they go to Japan, they certainly get a cut. If they go to America, they get a cut. So I think they prefer, Crusaders have just knocked it on again at line-out time. Yeah, I think they prefer to get those deals where they can get a cut because they can probably make more from a cut of a Japanese game than they can from a domestic game here in NZ. But that could be me just being a little touch cynical. Oh, it's going to go dead? No, it's not. Fiaki's grabbed it. How's his kick? Pretty good. Pretty good. It's absolutely bucketing down in South Auckland. Yeah, well, it was bucketing down here on the game before, but nah, it's been off and on here all day. Not at the minute. I'm ahead of you. Oh, what? I'm not usually ahead of anybody. Sorry about that, bud. Spoons are useful. What the hell can you do? It's a big cop, but impractical. I've been very busy, mate. Working overtime. Final 18 months in the... for all the overtime, I'm getting to my final 18 months in the UK. Where are you off to? Have you just made your mind up yet? Here we go. Crusaders from turnover ball. Here's trouble. Almoa, what can he do? He gets rid of Papali'i. He's going to get turned over by AJ Lamb? No. David Havili's going to put in a kick and he... Oh, what's up? Sullivan's pulled up lame. Oh no, that's not good. Sky looks miserable. Yeah, it's miserable looking out here as well. Very grey. If the Rebels unfortunately have to leave Super Rugby, the first team I would replace them with is easily the Hawares. It's an interesting one with the Hawares because part of the reason that they wanted to go to this Pacific model was to reduce the travel, reduce the time zone differences, because they were saying nobody watches games in South Africa at 2 in the morning, you know? Fans don't get invested in the games. We want to keep it kind of meh. So if you put the Hawares in, talent-wise, I agree, for sure. That would be a stronger team, probably, than adding where else could you get a team from? I don't know. But travel-wise and time zone-wise, it would kind of go against what they had set out to do with this competition. But yeah, it'll be a little bit like a tail between the legs move if they have to do that, eh? They can't understand why I'm from South Auckland, but I'm a Chiefs supporter. Regions are all good by me. Yeah, you wouldn't be the only one, man. For sure. My mate, who was from not that far south, like I was living in Onehunga, he's from Mangere. He was a Chiefs supporter as well because he just identified more with the Chiefs guys for whatever reason, eh? Australia and more specifically Perth. Oh, nice one, bro. You'll be able to go to some Western Force games. I've never been to Perth. I'll have to go for a visit if you ever head over. You're local and I'm in Phoenix. Ian, you'd be surprised, man, how many times I've been sitting here, games being played a few kilometers down the road and I've been behind everybody else on this bloody streaming platform. But anyway. Oh, it's another penalty for the Crusaders at scrum time. They'll have a chance to even it up potentially. Douglas, man, bro, how's it going? It's almost half time. We've not got a try yet. I like the Hawares, but it does not make sense to have them in Oceania competition being the only South American team. Yeah. Because then you get back to those long freaking flights that we're trying to move away from and the time zone problems. So, But who's the next alternative? What do you do? Put another team in New Zealand? We can't really fill the stadiums we've got at the minute. Australia hasn't got capacity for another team. I mean, Japan's got their own competition. They're pretty happy with how things are going. Don't know. There's no easy answer to that one. The fact that Argentina don't have a domestic team at a top professional level is insane to me when Fiji does. No, you're right. You're right for sure. Hawkhead was lining up a shot at goal and he's nailed it. 6 points apiece. Currently, though, like Argentina's players are all around the world. So if they were to like have to get a Hawares team, I mean, they do have teams in the SLAR, by the way, Super Rugby America's competition. But if they were to get a scratch team together, a lot of their top guys would still be under contracts in Europe for a wee while anyway. I've officially lost 10 kgs, only another 10 to go. Man, that's pretty good. I don't think I've lost any weight, but my best mate, well, not best mate, one of my mates has been taking me rock climbing, indoor rock climbing. Go, Caleb. Bro, he looks like his dad in that jersey. Oh, he's chased Fihaki down as well. And rock climbing is unbelievably good exercise. Like, I can't stand running. I hate it. It's just monotonous and bad for my knees. I just don't like it. But rock climbing, it's like you have to climb a wall. And you can't skive off rock climbing. You climb or you don't go anywhere. So, yeah, I mean, it's more expensive than running because you can run for free and you have to pay like $19 to go rock climbing. But, yeah, it's really good exercise. But good on you, man. 10 kgs is heaps. If I recall correctly, the Hawaras will base themselves in Australia if they return to the competition this season. This season? What? I hadn't even heard it was that far through. Do you look at splitting up Moana into 2 teams and then having based in Tonga and Samoa? They don't seem keen to base teams in Tonga and Samoa. Bro, go Dalton! Whole Hepper brought him down. And now he's going to be in touch? Yeah. Man. Yeah, Moana Pacific is a weird team at the moment. They haven't really found a fan base. They haven't found a home stadium. They're just kind of there at the minute. I'm convinced they were sure that, like, rugby league fans who followed the Tongan National Rugby League team were going to be the ones to get behind Moana Pacifica, but it did not happen at all. Oh man, the Crusaders lineout has been awful. Yeah, it's just not the same. Like, if you're Samoan, just saying the Pacific team represents you, I'm not sure represents you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're Tongan first and foremost. So just having a team, they're like, oh, this is your team, by the way. It's not your country's name, but it's an amalgamation of a bunch of Pacific places. I'm not sure it kind of works that way. Same thing with the provinces in New Zealand, like telling someone from Northland that they have to support a team which is based in Auckland maybe doesn't necessarily fit with everybody, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just talking out my backside. The Blues have got one last chance before half-time. Scrum time, just outside the Crusaders 22. And it's going to be another refeed. So frustrating, so many errors. You are 100% right. Seeing that, Ronnie Clark with that haircut and that jersey is a Ronnie all over. Bro, you and me are on the same page. I thought exactly the same. Add another team to New Zealand and the South to dilute the Crusaders' monopoly of New Zealand talent. It could be a chance to revisit the entire model, but I don't know. Might be a stupid question. Why can't the Hawaras play in the MLR? They play in the South American version, so they've already got a team playing kind of semi-professional rugby down there. I think I might have 2 teams, actually. Did the lights just go off? No. Blues are going to have one last crack with advantage before half-time. Trivia time. Thank God I didn't go to the game, says Randy. Cheers. I will give you a proper toast in a second, Randy, and I do have trivia waiting just for you, bud. And I also thought about going to this game. Go, Cole! Oh, he's been smashed by Almoa. Oh, we've knocked it on. For fuck's sake. Card to the Crusaders. What was I going to say? I got distracted by the game. Oh, yeah, because last year I went to the Force game in the afternoon with my GoPro and I filmed it. And I was like, oh, the atmosphere's a bit shit. And I was thinking, I'll go to this game and video it because it'll be better atmosphere. But then with the weather, I was like, nah, it won't be better atmosphere. It's raining. It'll be crap. New Zealand Herald says Argentinian rugby officials confirmed they're ready to send a team over. Wow, that's incredible. If the Rebels go out, take Moana out, play Super 10. I honestly think Super 10 might be better. Make it Super 10. Top, how many teams make the playoffs? Top 4? They like having this model with more teams making the playoffs, though. But then, Moana Pacifica being out. I know most of those guys are Kiwis, but a lot of them are qualified for Tonga and Samoa. A lot of those guys went to the World Cup having Super Rugby experience through Moana Pacifica. So I don't know. There's no perfect answer for this question, eh? Randy, trivia time, buddy. And for everyone else, you can check your answer in the comments if you think you know. I think this might be a cricket question. So, how are you guys with your cricket knowledge? Why is that score not updated? Isn't it 6-all, not 6-3? What were Ajaz Patel's record-breaking Test match bowling figures in New Zealand's second innings against India in 2021? That is the most fucking specific question I think I've ever heard on here. Ajaz Patel's record-breaking bowling figures. How many wickets did he get and how many runs was he hit for, basically? Frankie says 10 for 117, and he's incredibly close. According to the lid, you are two runs off. Your wicket count is right. Bloody hell. You might be right, Frankie, but the lid says 10 for 119. But the War Thunder also says, 11, 10, 17. There you go. Bloody hell. How the hell did you know that off the top of your head? That's insane. What a game so far. I had to get up early for this, says Quasi. Yeah. It's been a game. I'm just going to grab another beer. Reread the article. The Argentinians were in talks to return 26, but the idea of bringing them earlier if the rebels collapse has been floated. Alan says you're officially old this year. Bro, how old is officially old? You're talking to a guy who hit 40 last year. I watched that game, was pretty awesome. Only 3 players ever took 10 wickets in one. Oh, was it in one innings? Holy shit, I thought it was one game. Innings. Oh. Okay, that is more impressive. I haven't watched a full game of cricket in about 15 years, but that's impressive numbers. I'll have some more trivia for in a second as this beer settles. 25? Bro, get fucked. 25 is not old. 25? Come on, man. Give me a break. 25, you're in the peak of your powers. You're in your youth. If you're a prop, you're not even close to your full strength yet. Goodness gracious me. Bloody hell. RRTNZ, bro, with a tip. Cheers, mate. Loved your Six Nations reviews despite my beloved Wales being so heartbreakingly dire. Have lived in New Zealand since 96 and love Super Rugby. Go the Canes. Cheers, man. Appreciate that, bro. And for Randy earlier for the tip as well. Cheers, fellas. Appreciate that. Believe it or not, I'm still not too doom and gloom about Wales. I still think they can get a lot better. They played a very young side, but anyway. $25, but my body is broken. Okay. I don't know, man. 25 still seems like ancient history for me. We got to share some love for our Sanzar brothers, the other Sanzar teams leaving Argentina in the dirt. Yeah, that's right. The Argentinians were the most to get screwed from the dissolution of old Super Rugby, that's for sure. Yeah, 9-6. It's been a very wet game. All penalties thus far. How big is the UFC in New Zealand? I am not even a big fan of it. The UFC. It's pretty big. Yeah, no, it's pretty big, I think. I would say it's bigger than boxing these days. Yeah, New Zealand's had a couple of guys in the UFC, which always helps. Like, we always get a lot more news about New Zealand athletes doing anything. So I think that certainly helps. And they just promote it really, 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 really well compared to like how rugby promotes itself. Like they lean into what they do well and they promote the hell out of it. So they yeah, I don't know. I think it's doing all right. Biggest rugby area in Scotland was the Borders. Small towns with proud traditions, great rivalry. They tried to make a Borders franchise, but no one wanted it. God, I miss the amateur days. Douglas. Isn't that where like that town Hawke is, right? Aren't heaps of the guys from that area like Darcy Graham and Stuart Hogg and whatnot? Who can lose harder, Wales or Australia? I think the Wallabies might still be alright. Call me a stupidly optimistic twit, but I still think the Wallabies might be alright. Wales are done for. Most of the kids watch football now. Football is a tough game to compete with. Live in the UK, just woke up, going to watch the Force Reds game. Hopefully it's better weather in Perth at the minute. It's pretty crap in Auckland at the moment, eh? Anthony says, hey there, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Have the Crusaders ever lost 5 in a row? I don't think so, but they were pretty ordinary in 1996. I know that. When you are without your star impact players and top coach, you're always going to struggle. Yeah, that's for sure. They lost Moonga, they lost Sam Whitelock, Will Jordan's out for the season. They lost their coach. They've had a lot of changes, so it's not been ideal. Rian, bro, how's it going, man? How is the little one? How's the weather? Are you still sweating buckets? Cold weather has definitely arrived here in NZ. Weather is gorgeous in Perth. There you go. So we might see some good running rugby in Perth. All right, second bit of trivia. Get your keyboards or your phones ready to answer this question. This is a rugby question, not cricket this time. Which country scored the first try in the 2019 Rugby World Cup? I think I would have got this one wrong. Weather's cooled down and the kids are sleeping. Bam! Look at that. Star Leo straight away gets the answer right. It was indeed Russia. Remember they played Japan. Russia doesn't get to go to World Cups anymore. Well done, Star Leo. You got the answer correct. I vaguely remember the captain of the Russian team speaking at the end of the game. I think he had a mustache and he'd like gone to like Blackrock College or something in Dublin, so he spoke pretty good English. Who are you backing to take the whole Super Rugby? If you'd asked me at the start of the season, I probably would have said the Chiefs. And looking at the teams now, probably still think the Chiefs. Although the Canes are proving a bit of a surprise package, and they showed in the most recent game that they've got a bit of depth as well. They changed half their team against the Rebels and still put them to the sword. So, yeah, no, pretty good. When you were saying who got the first try, I knew the question would be about 2019 because it was such an odd country to do it. Yeah, no, that's true. It's probably a perfect kind of trivia question. That's next level analysis, Stalio. That's analysing the question. Why do the announcers keep talking about Oppenheimer? I'm not listening to them. I have taken out my earpiece. to talk to you guys. How about we look at some halftime stats? How many knock-ons? 10, 5 each, which is actually maybe lower than I thought there might be. Run meters, 288 to 84 is lopsided. How the hell have the Blues, the Crusaders lineout is 4 from 9, which is less than 50%, which is not ideal. Defenders beaten, if it's correct, is 22 to 1. Goodness gracious me, how the hell are the Blues not up by more? Anyway, that is what it is. What changes would you make to the international calendar if you were in charge? It would just be nicer to get all the seasons slightly more aligned, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know there's been pushback from some of the clubs and whatnot around the world. But, yeah. I think that's the main thing. Duplessis Kickoff has been on a bit of a blinder. He's made the All Blacks squad before. Once, I think. He was in training with them, but he never managed to get himself a cap. So, we've got a lot of good loose forwards, but yeah, we'll see how he goes. You don't think the Reds could take the championship? I think they could. But would I put them ahead of the Chiefs? Probably not yet. But who knows, man? They beat them. So they certainly could. Reds need to travel first. That's a fair point, yeah. But no, the Reds have been looking great under Les Kiss. It's been an absolute, I don't know if it's a turnaround, but bolstered for sure since Les Kiss took over from Brad Thorne. Who have they got coming up? Let's have a look. The Reds have got the Brumbies at home after this week's game. Then they got Moana Pacifica away. God knows where that's being played because Moana Pacifica are playing in... it's been played in Northland. And then home to the Highlanders, home to the Blues, away to the Crusaders, home to the Rebels, away to the Drua. Fuck, the Reds have got a nice fixtures list. That's really, really nice. They've only got one away game in New Zealand. Oh, I mean, 2 if you include Moana Pacifica. Against the proper New Zealand side. Like, Moana Pacifica in Northland is not exactly... It's not like Blues at Eden Park or the Canes in Wellington kind of thing, is it? Damn, that's a nice fixtures list. Very, very good. Yo, Junaid, how's it going? Like the stream. Indeed. Like the stream if you haven't done it. Always been wary of Karifi's discipline. Absolutely, you're right. I'm a stats guy, you know that. And he's always had really, really, really high penalties conceded numbers. So, certainly one area of his game to work on. Would love it if the Six Nations could move out further, finish the URC and Champions Cup first round. It must be weird for South African fans at the moment in that rugby just kind of shuts down over the Six Nations period. But it's also natural because you guys are in the middle of summer. Yeah, I don't know. But I get where you're coming from for sure. It seems kind of disruptive to have the big break in the competition. Like if you're a team building momentum and then like, oh, stop for the Six Nations for a month. I don't know. Yeah. But will they move it? I doubt it. Who knows? There's a lot of Welsh going on in the chat. I can't read it, but that's all right. I don't mind. If it was Chinese, I might be able to read some of it. Reds players just look more excited to be playing rugby with Les Kiss. Brad Thorne, by all accounts, is a bit of a... he's a leader, but he's a bit miserable. He's a bit of a disciplinarian, so not everyone's going to love that. Oh, Vickers, mate. Vickers Fun Sale. Cheers for that, bro. South African name, but New Zealand currency. I'm guessing you're a New Zealand-based South African, but cheers, man. Much appreciated. $20, that's a few beers. Go, Cole! With the offload to Paddy. Want to start the second half. Come on, Blues. We need to get a freaking try. Less than 500 away from 80k. Subscribe to 2 cents if you haven't already. Yes, Junaid. Oh, come on. Go, Stephen. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. We should have scored there. That last pass from Petafetta just went to one of the Crusaders guys. Dominic Gardner, son of a bitch. So that freaking Kiwi, there you go. Blues fan? Even better if you're a Blues fan, but if you're not, I won't hold it against you. Bulls, not Blues. Oh, well, it's the right colour. So we'll take that, mate. Sorry about all the Welsh. Nah, bro. Go for gold. You've seen my China videos. As soon as I find someone who looks friendly, I talk to them in Chinese. Because of the chance for me to speak Chinese. So, yeah. Blues fan living in Christchurch. How illegal is that? There you go, Frankie. Come on, Blues. Get over that line. We're a metre away. Blues have got the extra man. They've got advantage. Come on. Why are they taking so long? It's the slowest ball ever. Ricky Telly's just going to crunch it. He's not going anywhere. Close, but no cigar. New advantage. Come on. Can we have quick... Hey! Fucking try time. Who was that? Oh, Tuanga Fussy. Come on. Now you're ahead of me, Ian. I didn't pause mine, but anyway. Oh, the TMO's talking. Ronan, bro, how's it going? TMO is going to have a look at a hopeful Blues try here. Where in New Zealand would you have Super Round? It's such a waste of time in Melbourne. You know, the obvious answer is Auckland, but I don't think... Auckland is really... We're a bit apathetic with the kind of participation and that kind of stuff. I feel like there's other places that would appreciate Super Round more than Auckland. Andrew says, I speak Russian, but unfortunately these days people don't take kindly to Russian. Yeah, mate, it's a tough one. I mean, China doesn't do too well in the media these days either. Not quite to the levels of Russia, but yeah, I kind of get it. I've got that second channel going, which is just me walking around China, trying to go some places I'm interested in. Not talking much politics. It's not really my deal. But every now and again, people comment on that channel going, this is propaganda for the Chinese government. I'm like, what the fuck? Apparently Russian's pretty hard, though. Grammar seems like a real bugger. You're on 20 seconds ahead of me, Ronan. Yeah, and I'm in the same city as where the game is being played. Come on, Blues want to take quickly. Mark Talia with the tap. Blues are up 16-6. I don't know why the score is taking so long to update up top. But, yeah, we're going all right. Which team has impressed so much the most of in the season, Anthony? The Reds, for sure. Absolutely the Reds. The Reds look like a title contender. Early days. Oh, fuck yeah. AJ Lamb. Bro, What's going on? Yeah, Cole Forbes is playing real well. Tony Johnson's got it right. Good. I'm not sure about his diet here, but I'm an old man, so I'll keep my thoughts on his hairdo to myself. He probably doesn't think my hairdo's much either, but man, draw and pass. You're always going to beat the lock. What a try. Happy days. Can I make Ella the moderator? Give me a second, buddy. I think I have to do it through YouTube itself. Open a web browser. Why have you got a new account? Did you get banned? Were you trolling somebody? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Forgot your password. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Someone was asking, was it Ronan asking about how many people are at the stadium? It's pissing down in Auckland, so probably not that many, but I would say more than 10, less than 20 from the camera angles that we can see. Hey, his hair dyed looks all good. I just think it's kind of gone like a... I don't think that's the colour he was intending when he dyed his hair, but anyway. He might have done it himself. But who am I to judge? I'm some 40-year-old dude with specs sitting here. I'm in no position to judge is what I'm saying. Charlotte, yeah, the Blues are going good. So far, 23-6 up. Trust me, the Blues can still find a way to lose this game. No chickens have been counted. That's for sure. I was trolling Squidge saying he can't pump out quality content like me. Oh, there you go. Squidge does seem to be putting out a lot less content these days, but I know he said that like he was burning himself out, putting out as much as he was, so that's fair, right? Caleb Clark puts boot to ball. That's actually a pretty decent kick. Caleb Clark's not really known for his boot. My dream is to watch a test match in Eden Park. I've been. It's alright. Test matches have certainly got a way better atmosphere than Super Rugby, mate. For sure. Do the Scarlets beat Benetton today? I haven't seen the lineups. I'm imagining Benetton don't have many of their Italy guys back yet, do they? The Scarlets guys have got back a bunch of their internationals. The Benetton guys don't look like they've got back their internationals. Oh, they got Lorenzo Canone. You might do, mate. But your guys have been playing some pretty average rugby. Go, Caleb! Come on. Here we go. Satutu. Oh, he's just short. Come on. Go, McBonnell. Go. Get it to the right. Don't fuck around, Finlay. What are you doing? Forwards won it. Do you think the Moana Pacifica could beat this Crusader side? I mean, maybe. Moana Pacifica have been alright, but then they got hammered by the Brumbies. I think I would still pick the Crusaders if I was putting money on it. Uh-oh. Bit isolated, but no. Go, Akita! Nah, he's pushed backwards as well. Averages too kindly. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. They've been shite. The Scarlets have been absolute shite. We got advantage. Come on. Go again. Tuipulotu by himself tries to go through two people. You guys are allowed to give it to the backs, man. We do have an extra guy on the field, so there should be space somewhere, but we're intent on keeping it tight. Talia. Oh, he's going to be stripped if he's not careful. New advantage. Bloody hell. Coach can only do so much. Cross kick. Oh, what the hell happened there? Oh, back for the advantage. It's another yellow card. Too many offsides on the own goal line. Man. Nice jersey, Isabella. You're right, man. It's the kind of heritage jerseys. The Blues one is looking mighty fine. Where's Gaza? Gaza's in Onehunga, which is another suburb of Auckland. He's at his house. Yeah, he came over yesterday. Surely another yellow. Frankie, you called it, mate. You called it. First thrashing I've seen against the Crusaders this season, right? What have their results been? Crusaders have lost 33-29, so that's losing bonus point. 37-24, that's not losing bonus point. 20-10, and then 14-10. So yeah. I genuinely think the Crusaders have a chance not to make the top 8. Sure, they can beat Moana Pacifica, Force, Rebels, but every other team can already have beaten them. Blues have tapped it. I'll have a look at their fixtures in a second. Oh, we've lost it forward! No! God damn it. That's a let off. Okay. Crusaders. Let's see what their fixtures look like. They have Chiefs away at home. Okay. Crusaders away. Sorry, Crusaders away. They are the Crusaders. They got the Waratahs again. Okay. Away in Sydney. Force away. That's a win. Rebels at home. That's a win. Reds. Highlanders. Brumbies. Blues. Moana Pacifica. You're right. They need another win somewhere, eh? This is my first ever Super Rugby game to watch, and man, it's so much faster and attacking than the European League. So, I hope so, mate. This game's been a bit wet, and it's been a bit ugly at times, but if you're enjoying it, I hope so, because I think the product this year in particular has been pretty solid. The product on the field. Up the mighty Tars, Ellen. Yeah, man, your guys are having, despite the fact they're not winning games, they're looking like a half-decent side. Come on, Blues. You need a score here when they got the man in the bin. Passes out the back. Come on. Crusaders, how's their goal line defense this time? Bit of a seep out. He's got his knees on the ground. It's a tackle. Let him go. Come on, quick ball, quick ball. I still think our ruck speed is just slightly too slow, giving the Crusaders chance to reform that defensive line. Riccatelli wants a try. No, he's not going anywhere. He's got his knees on the ground. Let him go. Pitofeta, they got advantage for offside. Come on. Quick. Why does Finlay take so goddamn long? The forwards were standing there waiting for it. Anyway, another advantage offside. Held up. Another penalty. Jeez. They play the Waratahs twice before any other Aussie team. Yeah, fixture lists always seem tough. I feel like they should just put it into ChatGPT. I'm sure ChatGPT could probably do a better fixtures list than what we get sometimes from the organisers. But hey, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Not gonna lie, I'm only watching to see if the Crusaders go none from 5, Andrew, mate. That's a good as reason to watch as any. Is the time on the stream stuck? Yeah, maybe it is. That's coming from ESPN. It does seem to be stuck. Their website is also stuck. You're right, it's actually 54 minutes, so that time up the top is wrong. It's not just my screen, it's the actual ESPN website. When I refreshed it in my browser, it doesn't update, plus 43 minutes. The Scarlets always score, or are you talking about the Tars? They score shitloads, but we have to stop the other team doing it. It's entertaining rugby either way. Come on, Blues, we really need a... If the Crusaders can hold out here, I feel like it's at least a bit of a psychological win. Man in the bin, numerous penalties, yellow card warnings. Maul time is short. Goal line defense has been genuinely very good. Oh, man, that's a win for the Crusaders, that one. How the hell did they stop that? Who do you think will be at scrum halves to get called up to the ABs in the season? Whoa, that's a good question. I mean, smart money would say Roigard, Fakatava, and maybe at least one of the Chiefs boys. Favorite darts player? I don't have a favorite darts player. Don't actually watch darts, believe it or not. Yeah, Charlotte, I'm not sure what's up. ESPN's usually pretty good with the old stats and whatnot, but their website is genuinely still stuck. I need the Blues by 23 or more. They should have scored there, mate, to be honest. They should have scored there, so they should have had it for you. You reckon Perenara dime? I mean, maybe. If he wants to go experience, for sure. April Tui, how is it going? We haven't been talking about the garden, to be honest. I've had sunflowers this season for days. Heaps of sunflowers in my garden. What time am I on? I'm at 56:11. Clock on the screen that I've got there is incorrect. As Charlotte pointed out, it's still stuck. ESPN's website, as I refresh it, it's still stuck. Two minutes ahead. Goodness me, how's that possible? Come on, Blues. No more Finlay Christie. Yeah, I feel like you've seen what Ireland can do with really quick ruck ball. The continual hesitation and checking. Oh, that's a good turnover. It's just fucking around. I feel like it's a waste of time. when he's just looking up. Anyway. Spring is here, so many things are popping up in the garden. Mark, Six Nations over, so I have time to watch some Super. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at as well. All my sunflowers are pretty much looking a bit sad at the moment, to be honest. They've all pretty much done their dash as we head into autumn. But they were nice while they lasted. Spring is fully here in Devon, so much blossom. Sounds like your kids did well with the sunflowers. Interestingly, it was just me this year. The kids don't really give a toss anymore, sadly. We've done sunflowers for the last few years, so they're not as interested. I just harvested all the seeds from last year and just chucked the things around, and a bunch of them, sure enough, sprouted. So, yeah. Oh, the Blues have just stolen another Crusaders lineup. Come on. Do something. Bryce Heem. Cole Forbes, come on. Tony Johnson doesn't always know the right players' names. Oh, Satutu was a bit too ambitious with that one. Hey. Try growing veggies. My kids love planting and eating them. Yeah, to be fair, my daughter was given some radish seeds at school, and she did enjoy planting them. Man, Springer's kick. If that doesn't go into touch, that could have been trouble for the Blues, but anyway. Blues are playing like they feel sorry for the Crusaders. Someone should remind them all those dominance, Handjo. Yeah, man, we really need to put them to the sword because they've had so much possession, so much territory. The Crusaders are playing with a man down. You need to be ruthless. The Highlanders showed earlier that you can come back from this kind of deficit. So, yeah. What do you think about the Reds playing Wales later in the year? Oh, I didn't even see that, man. Are the Reds playing Wales? Oh, another turnover. No, it's a knock on. Blues are going to have a scrum. Hey, I still think we need one more try. Reds just have a random game against the Welsh. Okay, did not see that news, but okay. Yeah, I don't know if the Reds will put up their first team, will they? We'll see. What's the crowd cheering for? Is there a streaker? There was just a massive cheer. Because Sevi Reece came back on the field? That wouldn't be the Blues crowd cheering. What the hell were they cheering for? Did Tuipulotu get taken off? I didn't actually notice. I don't think so. Oh, but the website I'm looking at, of course, is not going to have that update because it's stuck on 43 minutes. Crusaders just got a penalty at scrum time. Should they go for the corner again, chase the bonus point? Time check, it's 61 minutes. So again, if you're just joining, that's wrong. That's really wrong. That time is stuck. Pitch surface looks perfect. Ronan, nah, that's grass. Definitely not synthetic pitches here in New Zealand. All of our rugby grounds are just grass. Apart from one club here in Auckland I know has, it's amateur club, has synthetic grass. I was having a debate on Facebook in a Reds group about who Australians start 10, it occurred to me that there is no clear option for it. Who's been playing so far? Tane Edmed's been playing. Ben Donaldson's been playing. Liner's been playing. Maybe Lolosio based on experience for the Brumbies. Or Carter Gordon. But geez, his goal kicking is fucking unreliable. Yeah, you're right. There's not one guaranteed option, is there? Well, the Crusaders have gone down by a few more points now with that penalty going over, so that feels at least a little bit more comfortable. Maybe that penalty will update the score above us. I'm not sure. Lolosio is the safe option. Yes. Oh, for God's sake. How blues is that? Oh my giddy aunt. Are you kidding me? We just spent like 20 minutes to get 3 points and have just given away 7 with a charge down kick. That's Cole Forbes, got charged down by the replacement. Did he ground it? I think so. Oh, I think he's got enough on it. Oh, he's dropped it. Caleb Clark, you absolute hero. You absolute hero. Oh my God. Caleb Clark came with the whack and just knocked it out of his hands. Oh, Caleb Clark. Oh. Oh my giddy aunt. Do you guys not say oh my giddy aunt? I'm not even, I feel like that's my dad's generation, to be honest. Oh man. You could receive the turn of Jock into the squad. Yeah, it might be a bit too late for that, eh? Best try save you've seen for a while. Oh, Rugby Noise is sitting in the north stand. Good man. Good man. Come on, Blues need to maybe get a nice scrum penalty here, get a nice exit. Poor Almore. Yeah, Almore's not had an easy time since joining the Crusaders, has he? They're going to reset that one. Okay, the match clock above us has moved to 50 minutes, which is still far behind, but it was stuck at 43 for ages, so it's about 15 minutes behind now. The score is actually 26-6, for those of you not watching. Can't lose from here, surely. Have you seen the Blues play before? Blues can lose this, for sure. They're doing a Scotland restart special. You're not wrong. They are coached by Vern Cotter. He's got a Scottish connection, so you never know, man. Always thought Edmed was a better than Donaldson. Should be considered as a third or second choice then. I've never been 100% sold on Donaldson or Edmed personally, but yeah, I don't know. Been told to use it. Oh man, Heem just got flattened. Can we please just have a nice exit here? Okay, Peter Feta exit. Decent enough kick over the advertising hoarding, so no quick play here. Moore faked an injury to prevent us. Oh, he just got a big hit on Heem to make up for it, if nothing else. Blues really need another try. Oh man, the Crusaders lineout's still messy. They won that one, but not much. How many Blues will make the All Blacks this year? I can see Perifeta being in the squad. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Satutu. And if Paddy Tuipulotu can get his way back in, seeing as they are looking at Sam Whitelock for the locks, that maybe speaks to a lack of confidence in him. I don't know. Oh, the Crusaders have knocked it on, but they got a penalty. Dalton will surely be there. I kind of hope Finlay Christie's not there, sadly. Rico will be there. Caleb Clark should be there. Off the top of my head, anyway. Who's the Crusaders coach? It's Rob Penny. So he was a coach of Canterbury years ago.